Now, even if you wasn't familiar with their YouTube channel, I'm quite sure everybody has heard of Dearra and Ken. If asked to name a popular YouTube couple, I'm quite sure Dearra and Ken would be on everybody's list. Well, Dearra is suing Ken. I'm pretty sure you already heard. I don't have anything else to say, so let's get into this 22-page lawsuit. Last thing, I want to give a shout out to Royalties World over on YouTube because that's where I was able to screenshot the whole 22 pages. She does tell you how you can find the actual documents for yourself, but girl, I ain't got time for all that. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is why is Dearra suing Ken? Now, according to the lawsuit, it says breach of fiduciary duty, theft by taking, theft by conversion and embezzlement, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment and other misconduct as more specifically set forth herein. It goes on to say that Dearra hereby petitions this honorable court for general damages, special damages, and punitive damages for damages resulting from Walker's actions and other appropriate and just relief stating. Number 6, it says that Taylor and Walker began dating in 2014. At that time, Taylor was an aspiring social media influencer with a small following, and Walker was working at Home Depot. Number 7 says that after about 3 months of dating, Taylor and Walker decided to go into business together, so Taylor created a couple's YouTube channel, Dearra and Ken for Life. Number 8 says the YouTube channel grew very quickly, and as soon as they got their first check, Ken quit working at Home Depot. Number 9 says that in 2016, July 19th, to be specific, they went on to formalize the business, creating DK4L. They formalized this in the DeKalb County Courts of Georgia. Number 10 goes on to talk about the many brand deals they received, the lucrative brand deals, the major companies they work with. They launched DK4L merchandise, and they actually started to go on tour and meet fans and even got the opportunity to be in a blockbuster movie. Number 11 says that at this point they were traveling so much they started a second YouTube page, which was Vlogs by DK4L. Number 12 says that the two YouTube channels combined had over 9 million subscribers. Number 13 talks about the fact that they were a brand and they went ahead and trademarked DK4L for clothing and entertainment services in 2018 and DK Gang for fan group in 2019. Number 14 says that Dearra's personal brand started to grow and she actually got independent offers from brands like Savage Fenty and Fashion Nova. Number 15 says that even though Dearra was offered these deals individually, she put the money from these deals into the DK4L LLC. She did this as like a show of good faith, basically thinking they was going to be together forever. Number 16 says that their brand was being a happy couple, and at this point it had grown into a multi-million-dollar business. 17 says that unfortunately their brand started to suffer when Kenneth was involved in a series of cheating scandals that went viral. Number 18 says that Kenneth apologized. He said that he learned from his mistakes and he would never cheat on Dearra again. And number 19 talks about the fact that in 2019, he actually proposed to her in Greece. She accepted his proposal thinking that he was a changed man. Number 20 says that after the proposal, the channel skyrocketed. And then, as we all know, COVID happened. During that time, they were on lockdown together and they made content every day, which helped their business grow. However, 22 talks about the fact that in 2020, Kenneth cheated again. Now, Kenneth was devastated at the fact that he had cheated, I guess. And Dearra showed him mercy. She stayed with him even though he was mentally ill or mentally suffering at the fact that he was doing the cheating. However, things was never the same. 23 talks about the fact that Dearra started to do solo content on the channel to make sure that the channel kept growing. More importantly, kept bringing in money. Girl 24 says that Kenneth started to get mad that Dearra was doing solo content, even though the reason they couldn't do joint content is because he was cheating. I guess they probably was like mad at each other type. Goes on to say that Kenneth never took the initiative to start making his own solo content. And it says that it was no reason for him to be mad because the money that Dearra was making from the solo content, it was still going into their joint account. 25 talks about the fact that even though Kenneth was mad that Dearra was making solo content, she had to do what she had to do because she was under contract with brands like Fashion Nova and what was the other one? Fenty. We're going to skip to 29 where they officially break up. And then we're going to go to 30 where Kenneth tells Dearra, look, I'm moving out. I'm going to get my own car. I'm going to get my own house separate from anything we have together. And I don't plan on helping you move out. 32 says that with the help of the lawyer, this is the agreement they came to. Dearra was going to pay the remaining balance of the Tesla and then she was going to keep the Tesla. The Tesla was secured by a $40,000 loan. Once the Tesla was paid off, they was going to split that $40,000 evenly. They was going to leave the YouTube channel up so that they could obviously continue generating money, and they would split that money, the money that they already had from the YouTube channel, which is going to be $220,000 was going to go to Kenneth, $254,000 was going to go to Dearra. Obviously, she's going to get a bigger cut because I told you she was doing solo content. And then after that split, they were going to leave the rest of the money, which is about $80,000 in the joint account so that it can go to outstanding bills, staff, payroll, and other obligations of DK4L LLC. Girl, however, on November 23rd, 2022, Dearra went to go pay some bills out of that joint account like they agreed they were going to do. and she discovered the money was gone. When she checked, we at 34 now, she discovered that Kenneth was transferring large lump sums of money to himself. And when she asked him, "What are you doing?" he said, "Girl, I can't work. I got medical bills. I need the money. So I took it." That prompted Dearra to take a more in-depth look. Girl, she discovered he'd been stealing money for over a year from the joint account. And remember that $40,000 that they were supposed to split from the Tesla? Girl, he got the whole $40,000, never even gave her half. Come subscribe, because I know you want to know what's in the rest of this lawsuit.